Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Now with this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, because this is going to be one of the most epic videos that we've ever done.
Epic.
This is 10 places to move to in the Costa Blanca South. And we're starting off the video, where are we?
In a beautiful little place called Pilar de Horadada. Torre de Horadada.
Torre de Horadada.
I do apologise if I said that. Horadada.
Horadada. Apologies for that. But this is at the very bottom of the Costa Blanca South.
Yeah.
This is why we're starting here. And then we're going to move up from here. And we're going to show you 10 towns that people move to. And this one is absolutely fantastic. Because as you'll see,
Beautiful.
it's absolutely beautiful. And you can't go anywhere without bumping into someone who subscribes to the channel. That was nice, and it was nice to get a little bit of local intel on the area. So this area is absolutely fantastic. You'll see the beaches that they have, and then the old watchtower. How old is that, Karen?
It was built in 1500 and something, 16th century.
16th century.
Like many of the old military watchtowers.
It's about as old as
dotted
me.
around. It's almost as old as you. Hey.
And the beaches here are absolutely fantastic.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
It is really quiet here in off season.
Yeah, off season it's quiet.
Off season.
It's nice though. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
There's enough. I mean, we just went for breakfast in a beautiful little cafe overlooking the harbour.
Yes.
Absolutely stunning. Got the morning sunshine.
Yep. If you're on my Instagram this morning, you would have seen that. Although,
Really?
yeah, I put it on Instagram.
God, you're never off your phone, Barry.
We did a TikTok, but then this video is going out way later than that, so
Yeah.
that's just confused things. So anyway, let's have a walk around this square and see what it's like, and then watch out for the next 9 places that we're going on where to move to in the Costa Blanca South. Less of the hilarity. This is meant to be
it's
serious.
funny. You just so I was saying, every time you fix my microphone for me, I'm like, right, I'm off to hair and makeup now.
So this square in the summer, these bars are quite busy, and there is a restaurant over there. There was a restaurant over there, but it's been knocked down, that guy said it.
Yeah, they just started knocking that
Yeah,
down.
he's
So
moved
obviously
further
something
down the
else
coast.
is going in. Flats,
And then,
apartments, perhaps.
I don't know. There's an apartment for sale up there. Let's see Vendy.
Oh, that's
Little
cute.
bargain apartment to be had. Rooftop
Yeah.
apartment. See Vendy. And then there is the Grumpy Goat bar, and then there's an Indian restaurant also. Tacos and beer. We went there, didn't we?
We did. Ay Chihuahua.
Yes.
It was very good.
It was
I've
that.
really enjoyed the food in there.
And that looks
I do
just
like a
down
good Mexican.
on to the waterfront,
Yeah.
where we'll take you next. So, beachside properties in Torre de la Horadada. First line, 219,264,270,
What was that?
350, 689, 394,
Lovely.
and 344. So, reality, that one looks nice.
It does, but
Well
it's
done.
2 bed, 2 bath. This complex here though looks nice.
Yeah,
It's just up from the beach, so you're a stone throw from the beach.
yeah.
Communal pool there.
Interesting. So that gives you an idea of beachfront property prices. And I was got to say, that one's got a pool and everything in it, a hot tub and everything. 264. That's how. It is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It's got a communal pool. Doesn't give you the
Come here.
square meterage, but when it's on the beachfront, on a place like this,
No, leave it a little doggy.
could this be your perfect place in the sun? So there is the cafe bar that we sat and had a tostada at, and it looks right on. Now there is building work going on at the harbour, if you can hear that noise. Then you can see getting the beach already. This is only one of the beaches. There are various beaches, little coves, all along the coastline here. And I've got to say, it's absolutely beautiful. On to the next place. Next up is a place that's close to our heart. Can you guess where it is? So the next place that we are visiting with the 10 places to stay in the Costa Blanca South is Cabo Roig. We're going to show you just the beachfront of Cabo Roig and the harbour.
The really nice things about this coastline that I like, you've got this walk. You can actually walk the entire coastline. We're here, we're in Cabo Roig. We've just been in Torre de la Horadada, and as you can see, there's a coastline walk all the way up to Torrevieja. It's quite cool, so if you're into that kind of thing, it's a big bonus for this area, I think.
It is.
And I do believe, I read recently, parts of this walkway are being done up, repaired. Yeah. I'm not sure where, I remember I read something recently. That little harbour's so cute.
Now, as well as the seafront down here, you also have the biggest and, has to say, the best St Patrick's Day parade in the whole of mainland Europe. And St Patrick's Day parade here in Cabo Roig, last year there was around about 15,000 people, which has been the busiest so far, I believe. And it does take place every year, which is fantastic, and fair play to the guys who organise it. And
a lot of work goes into it, a lot of planning.
Yes, a lot of work and a lot of planning. And if you haven't been to the St Patrick's Day parade in Cabo Roig, make sure that you go, because it is a cracking day out.
Yeah.
And hang around after it and enjoy the bars after it, because a lot of people just watch the parade and then disappear. But make sure you enjoy the bars, because there's some good crack to be had in the bars afterwards.
And some good food.
You can rent boats down here. You can also get paddle board lessons, and you can get kayak lessons, I believe, as well. But the guy that does the paddle boards is the guy that has, what's the name of that restaurant?
Is it still the same place? Mackay.
Aye, Mika Cafe.
Mika,
yeah. It is that.
Is it? Does he still do the paddle boards?
Yes. So this place in the summer.
Ho Chi
Minh. It's Ho Chi Minh. It is rather busy. Trying to get a seat down here in the summer is unbelievable. And every time I come down here in the summer, it's always difficult to try and film, because there is that many people about. And the last thing you want to do is walk with the camera right through the middle of everybody. But you can understand why people sit here in the summer. It is a fantastic location, and look how clear that water is. And not only that, there are people on the beach today. Lots of people on the beach. As you can see, loads of people on the beach.
Just a reminder, it is February.
Yeah, what's today's date?
I don't know.
I think it's the 6th.
It's round about then.
The 6th of
it's
February.
Friday.
It's well, that'll correct us.
Yeah.
Somebody will correct us, and they'll go and look it up. And
Yeah.
Property prices down here. We're not near an estate agent, but as you can tell, the beachfront properties are absolute fortune. There are some bargains still to be had down in the Orihuela Costa in Cabo Roig. So that is our second place, and we picked this place because we want to pick places that are close to, that has all the amenities, that has fantastic beaches, and places that are all year round. Where Horadada did close down a lot of the places for the winter, Cabo Roig is open all year round. It's not as busy as it is obviously during the summer. It's absolutely mobbed here, but all the bars are all open all year round. So it is Friday the 7th.
We've established that now.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be a Costa Blanca South video, or where to stay in the Costa Blanca South, if we didn't come to this place. This place is where it all happens at Christmas. This is where Christmas dreams come true. Where are we, Karen?
We're in Zenia.
Zenia. We're down at Zenia Beach. And if you haven't, I'll put a playlist to the places where we have been. Everybody that watches the channel will know them, but if it's the first time that you've came across the channel, make sure that you check out the videos underneath this. If you haven't been to Zenia Beach on Christmas Day,
It's quite an experience, isn't it?
It is an experience. This area right in front of me, completely packed, right up to the walls. Between 10 to 15,000 people on the beach on Christmas Day. Yes, this small little cove has 10 to 15,000 people on it.
It is
absolute
insane.
madness. It is absolute madness. And as you can see today, there are people on the beach
Yeah,
enjoying some winter sun.
they are that.
And then as we zoom in on the other side, people sheltering from the little bit of chilly winds, but they're
Slight breeze.
and February the 7th and people down Zenia Beach, and there's the Zenia Hotel
In the
as well.
background.
So Zenia is on the list due to the fact that you can still get a lot of bargains in this area property wise, further up from the coast obviously. I mean, property down here you're looking at £1 million easily.
Yeah, bit of a
Aren't they?
mixed bag down here.
Yes. You probably still can get some bargains around about 500,000, but to get something in the region of about 150,000 you do need to go about a 10-minute walk from the beach.
I really like Zenia, I do. It's one of those really nice holiday destinations and people live here as well. It's got everything you need. A couple of really good Irish bars that we like, Paddy's Point, Gogarty's
Gogarty's is
as
brilliant
well.
for a breakfast.
You've got loads of different restaurants too round about here, cafes, restaurants, etc. Trying to think, Brown's, that's a nice one.
Browns for cocktails
Yeah.
of an evening.
These are all in the same little commercial centre-y bit, so they're not too far away from the beach either. Across the other side of the motorway, but you can walk there.
And then you've got the Zenia Boulevard.
Yeah, Zenia Boulevard, the big massive outdoor shopping centre. I believe at one point it was the biggest outdoor, or open air, shopping centre in Europe.
So whilst down in Zenia you do have the old types of Spanish property. The area is being overtaken by people are buying the old Spanish and building brand new builds like this one here. Now, these ones have been built over the last 3 or 4 years, and there is still a lot of property development happening down in this area. So Zenia is our third destination. Where are we off to next? And for the fourth destination, where are we, Carmen?
We're in Playa Flamenca.
Playa Flamenca. What can you tell us about the lovely Playa Flamenca?
It's my favourite place. Gorgeous beach again. Quite a big area too. We're on this side of the N332, the beach side. You've got across the other side. Loads of things to do there. I think it's an ideal place to come on holiday. You're very close to Zenia Boulevard again for all your shops. Loads of restaurant choices in this area. Lots of bars. You've got Irish bars, you've got Spanish bars, Scottish bars, everything. Hey,
What about shops,
lots of shops.
amenities?
Zenia Boulevard
You've got gyms.
is obviously the big shopping centre, but there's also a couple of wee boutique style shops dotted around as well. And then you've got a gym, a couple of gyms actually in Playa Flamenca.
Property prices in Playa Flamenca, I would say from around about 150,000, 130,000. Might get something cheaper, but I'm sure that you can have a look and see.
Still bargains to be had,
Still bargains to be had.
definitely.
If you're looking to move to Costa Blanca South, you're looking to somewhere to purchase a property, number 4 is Playa Flamenca. For all the reasons that Karen said.
Yeah, it's got everything you need, pharmacias, doctors, all the kind of life essentials as well.
Yeah,
But all the fun stuff, all the activities you want to do, you can do yoga on the beach in Playa Flamenca,
you can that.
Zumba.
And people
Amongst other
say,
things.
for people that say people only move to Costa Blanca South because they cannot afford Costa del Sol, you'll have an absolutely amazing lifestyle if you move to Costa Blanca South. Playa Flamenca does still come under the Orihuela Town Hall, but the good thing about it is this area here in Playa Flamenca, they have all sorts of activities during the summer.
They have concerts and
They
things,
have
don't
concerts, things like that. They also have Zumba classes, And then you've got some fantastic bars in this area also. You've got Surfers Bar, which is just up here. Now the types of property that you do get in Playa Flamenca is obviously from traditional bungalows, as we would call them back home in the UK, villas, to townhouses, to apartments. You've got a wide and varied choice. And price brackets, you've also got a wide and varied choice of price brackets. We're not going to talk about too much about property prices. We aren't estate agents and we're not here to try and sell your property. We're just showing you the 10 best places to stay in Costa Blanca South. So the fifth location is a location that's changed completely over the last 5 years. 5 years ago when we moved here, these did not exist. These ones did, but those ones didn't. Punta Prima is really windy today.
It is,
and it's probably most known for this restaurant behind us. And the fact that this area has come on leaps and bounds over the last couple of years, price of property is going through the roof in this area. Now, it has to be said, we are now out of the Orihuela Costa.
So yes, as Barry was saying, we are out of Orihuela Costa. We're into Torrevieja territory now. Punta Prima, Alicante Council. It's a different council you come under here. This is another place I really like, along with Playa Flamenca. Loads of facilities and amenities and lots of things to do. There's a few more shops here as well. There's a really good commercial centre. It's got your supermarkets, electronic shops and homeware stores, things like that, so everything you need. They're also building a new commercial centre, brand new commercial complex up here to go along with all the new builds that they're building as well. So it's not a case of they're throwing up houses, they are increasing the commercial spaces as well, which is a good thing.
There is one downside of Punta Prima that everyone knows about, and it's the roundabout.
That roundabout on the N332.
The roundabout as you come out the top of Punta Prima is a
horrendous.
Horrendous nightmare. Obviously goes on to the N332. It has to be the busiest roundabout in the area. And I would say that if there's a downside of this area, apart from property prices going absolutely crazy and starting to get out of control, I would say. But the roundabout would be the only downside. There are a few bars up here that is absolutely fantastic. Eclipse Bar, that is it used to be a tapas bar, but it's not so much a tapas bar now. It is just a bar that sells tapas. It doesn't have the tapas bar. Spanish and Irish owners.
There's quite a lot of good restaurants along the strip here. And you've got two sides to it as well. You've got the kind of older side next to the beach side, and then the more modern
value for money. Value for money would be the other side of the N332 for property. But the beach walks down here, fantastic. And if you want to walk along to the nudist beach, it's just that way. So this is the road out of Punta Prima, and all these apartments here are all brand new. They weren't here, and that whole area is getting built on. And it has changed so much over the last 5 years that it's unbelievable. I mean, where are all the people coming from that are buying property? Are they staying here full time, or are they spending $300,000 to $400,000 on holiday homes? Now, back in the day when this place wasn't as developed as it was now, people would walk from the Playa Flamenca and Cabo Roig area and use this as a halfway point in their walk to Torrevieja. And it's the one place that we've never actually sat and had food at.
This is true.
Strangely enough. And there's that such modern effect that it's having. You now get it on Glovo. You can get it on Glovo. So Punta Prima is the fifth location when we're talking about places to move to in Costa Blanca South. Next, we're heading inland a bit. Yes, we're moving away from the coast side. We're going to move inland to show you a place not far from the coast, but a little bit of a different way of living. Now, for the next part of this video, I did say that I was going to come to an up and coming area. And by up and coming, I mean completely up and coming. This is an area, it's a small village, and it's getting lots of new properties like this. Lots of new properties like this, and not only are they having houses built, homes, two-storey homes. Now, a couple of years ago, none of this existed. None of this existed at all. And then when you zoom round, if you do have the right property in the right area, you'll be able to see down to the lakes towards Torrevieja. And then when you look this way, you have these brand new giant complexes. And you've got to say, the balconies are set in the right direction. And this is a small village. I mean, these complexes are huge. And there's one there being built, and then there's another one over there. I'm not exactly sure how many they are building. And they have redeveloped all this area. So San Miguel de Salinas, even though you do have these big, huge apartments with these massive terraces, is our number 6 place to move to in the Costa Blanca. For the reason that I mentioned, because it does have the authentic Spanish part of the town, and it has these new bits, and it is truly an up and coming area. Where are we going next? And we're still inland. That's a fantastic little bridge. We're in a different town. It is a little Spanish town. It does have a big expat population of Brits, Northern Europeans in this area. But it is still very, very Spanish.
Best of both worlds, really, isn't it?
It is that.
I think so.
And not only does it have some great architecture in the bridges and some old buildings.
Some really nice sculptures as well dotted along the riverside.
Yes, it has a fantastic Scottish bar.
Oh, let's not forget that.
Yes.
You may have seen one of our earlier videos.
Yes, we are in Rojales. Now,
We are.
the reason that we picked Rojales is one of the 10 places to buy a holiday home here in Spain, move to if you're looking for a holiday home, is it's only 10 minutes from the coast. It's only 10 minutes from Guardamar del Segura, which has a fantastic, well, listen to the bells.
So you're near the beach.
Dun, 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 dun.
Time is it?
Don't know, nice bells, church bells ringing.
4 o'clock.
The good thing about this place as well is right behind us over here, there is a little cafe bar. It's a little tapas bar, and it's got a little terrace that sits right on the river.
Yeah. There is a couple of places dotted along the river, but yeah, we like that one, and we've been there a few times.
Value
Lovely in the summer.
value for money, property-wise, we'd have to see an estate agent about that, but you can still get some bargains. I'm sure there are people...
Definitely, and
there are a few
because
people,
you're that little bit inland.
Yeah, there are a few people on the channel that do stay up this way, so maybe they could sort of put comments in. And I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. Where are we off to next?
If you do want to see a little bit more about the places that we've been to in this video, we've been there before. Have a wee look back our videos, and you'll get more information about what there is to do.
Next sees us back to the seaside. And where are we going?
We're in Guardamar del Segura.
Guardamar del Segura, and we're going to have a look at property prices in Guardamar del Segura. So, we're outside this estate agent here, and property in Guardamar is a lot cheaper than what it is in Torrevieja. Now, if you look at that one, there's a 68 square metres apartment, 136 for that one, 119,000 for that one, 62 square metres. And then there's 144,000. And there's a house, 3-bedroom house, 1 toilet, 125,000, single story house. And then 112, that was about the cheapest one so far, 112,000. That's actually decent value, because that's 90 square metres, 3-bedroom, 2 bathroom. So for me, that property is probably one of the best that I could see in this window. 112,000 for a 3-bedroom. It does need a little bit of modernisation. The building is modern-ish. It's not an old building.
It's quite a small block though.
It is a small block, but it's 90 square metres. That's quite big for considering these ones here at 119,000 is only 68 square metres. There's one at 119,000, 68 square metres, 62 square metres. So per square metre, that one is probably the most value for money in Guardamar. So what else do you have in Guardamar?
We've got a menu de jour for $12.99.
A menu del dia. Croquettes, lush and salad, main course, barbecue ribs, baked chicken, chips and salad, and drink and dessert for $12.99. So to let you understand the weather today, it was around about 15 degrees most of the day. We moved into Rojales and San Miguel de Salinas, and it was around about 19 degrees in there. Back down to the coast, and it is...
There's a chilly wind.
Chilly wind. So we're going to go and grab a coffee somewhere.
We're going to go and sit inside and get a coffee.
And we do have 2 more places to go. Where do you think they'll be on our list of 10 places to buy a holiday home in the Costa Blanca South? So the second last place of the day.
Torrevieja.
Torrevieja.
Of course, we had to come to Torrevieja.
The Marmite of Costa Blanca.
It is. You either love it or hate it. We love it.
It is the Marmite of Costa Blanca
It's
South.
not the prettiest city, let's be honest, but it's got everything you need.
It does. It has everything that you need.
Whether
And
it's a holiday home or to live permanently.
Yep. I mean, it's got big, massive beaches.
Yep.
It's got lots of bars that are all closed today.
And I think it has got one of the best choices of restaurants round about here. It's fantastic choice of restaurants. Every budget.
Yep. Mango Beach House. Right on the front of Torrevieja. And we're going to show you a set of apartments that got completed not so long ago to show you what's really going on, to understand how Torrevieja is changing. I mean, in the 5 years that we've been here, Torrevieja has completely changed, hasn't it?
It's changed a lot since we've been here.
Population-wise, it's changed.
Yeah.
Demographics-wise, it's changed. And the amount of apartment buildings that were sitting empty that are now getting completely made over. And it's pushing up property prices.
And it seems like every spare bit of land, every little pocket of land in the town, there's a new apartment building going up.
And then you've got the part on the outskirts of town, out by the Habaneras, where they're building thousands of houses over the next so many years. But where are the people coming from? Because the population of Torrevieja has completely changed, and it's now only 49% Spanish. And that's the sad reality of this town. But this is the type of properties that they want in the town. This is the type of properties that they see as the future of Torrevieja.
And they do look lovely.
They do look lovely, and they come with the lovely price tag. And the downside of it for me is the fact that they're not occupied all year round. Now, with Pedro Sanchez bringing in the 100% tax and everything
for
proposal
non-EU residents.
for non-EU residents, that's the type of property that they're targeting. That's the type of property that the Spanish government is fed up with people buying and then just sitting on the property. You know,
it pushes the prices up in the rest of the town. You have locals that then can't afford to live in the place they work.
And well, but the fact is, we know as many Spanish that have said that all their mates have moved out of Torrevieja because there's not enough work here all year round.
I know.
And that's the sad reality of places like this. And
that happens in places all over Spain and every country in Europe, though. I know it's not.
And they are trying to. Yeah, it's not unique to this area, but what they are trying to do is rectify it. So, 300 grand, Torrevieja, and Ciakila. Not many times you've seen that over the last couple of years.
No.
Handwritten Ciakila signs. Anyway, that is Torrevieja. We've got one more place to go. Of 10 towns to stay in and buy a holiday home on the Costa Blanca South.
Again, if you're watching this video for the first time, look at our other videos about Torrevieja.
Yes. And make sure that you subscribe to this and check out where we're going for the very last town. And the last place in the video.
Quesada.
Quesada. It is Quesada. We decided to include Quesada because it's a place that has a lot of holiday homes,
Yeah.
and there is still some good value for money to be had here,
There is.
believe it or not. And it's known for those famous arches. And the arches of Quesada. And that restaurant,
Really good if you like a bit of sushi.
if you like a bit of sushi, it's an absolutely fantastic restaurant. But what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at some property prices here in Quesada. So we are outside Quesada, the property shop, and we'll look here. Right, let's see if we can find the cheapest one we could find. First of all,
225,
there's
215.
Quesada was Benimar, that's not really
Under
Quesada.
200 grand, there you go.
195, there we go, Quesada. Is a 5-bedroom, so that's quite decent, 5 bedrooms.
120.
120 in Quesada. Interesting.
Small, that's a bungalow,
It's
isn't
a
it?
bungalow, yeah.
Or what they call a bungalow in Spain.
That's actually quite good value for money, that one. You see it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. And then on another scale, you have ones at 595,000, 365,000 for a 5-bedroom. Just hope it's had all the windows and everything done. And then there's the new builds, 475,000, 225.
Is that the new builds in Quesada?
Yeah.
You've also got new builds in Benioffar, which is just up the road, which
That's
are
it.
over there.
So there you go. That lets you. I mean, I would say that's good value for money. If it's getting a little bit cheaper, if it's got a pool. That one is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It's 100. It's only 100 square meters of property. It's quite small. Quite a small house for the cash that you get.
Is that your own swimming pool? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Your own garden and swimming pool. So.
Big garden, but a tiny little house. And then you've got these. I've actually done work in one of these. That's out Los Montesinos, that one. And they're really good properties. Really good properties. Anyway, that's us at the end. We hope you've enjoyed this video about where to buy property if you are thinking about moving to the Costa Blanca South. Let's give you an indication of 10 places that we think that
Are worth investigating.
worth investigating.
All very different.
Yes. And on that note,
Hasta luego.
hasta luego.